Hello everyone, this is Deborah with Redirecting, and I'm going to be giving an update to the duck boat tragedy that happened this summer. Apparently the company is trying to use an 1851 law to deny liability in the tragedy that killed 17 people. So I'm going to read some of this article to you, and then I'm just going to have a few words about it. But it says the Indiana woman who lost 9 family members in the sinking of a duck boat in Missouri over the summer expressed outrage at a court filing Monday by 2 companies facing multiple lawsuits in the tragedy. Okay, the companies Branson Duck Vehicles and Ripley Entertainment cited an 1851 maritime law to limit or eliminate liability for the tragedy that killed 17 people in July. Okay. It says, I thought I was dead, Branson's duck boat passenger who lost 9 family members, as she shares the story. In a filing in the federal court of Missouri, the defendants denied negligence in the sinking of the boat, but the filing said that if a court does find negligence, their liability is 0. This is what the company is trying to say. It says, that's because the vessel was a total loss and has no current value. No freight was pending on the vessel. Coleman and her lawyer called the legal maneuver callous and calculated. Ripley's legal claim that my husband and children are worthless is incredibly hurtful and insensitive. Coleman said in a statement, anyone who cares about people or has any human decency should boycott Ripley and their attractions. I agree with that. They really should. One of the lawyers, Robert Mangalusi, said Ripley's inhuman legal ploy will sink as fast as their death trap boat did. We will legally and factually demolish this frivolous claim. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. If I remember, I will put the link to the rest of the story in the description area. But what we see happening is like they said, a callous statement being made by these companies to try to get out of being financially responsible for the deaths of these people. Now, it's not just the fact that their boat was a total loss. That's not the issue. The issue is negligence. These people saw a storm was coming. When asked about at least giving the people life jackets or something of the sort, they said, no, they're not going to be needed. You see, these people lost their lives. And so for this, for the owners of these 2 companies, the entertainment company and the boat company, to believe that they are not financially obligated in any way or liable for any of the lives that were lost is just ridiculous to me. Again, these greedy companies, they want to continue to function and run their business and make their money and get extremely wealthy. And when tragedies happen and they are responsible for them, they want to just wash their hands of the situation to say, well, you know what, according to this law, we shouldn't be held liable. In my opinion, you can't go back and get some 1851 law to justify something today. Standards of creating things were different back then. Now, this is what companies do. They show no concern or care about your family or your situation or your life, and they will use laws or precedents that have been set to try to get out of being financially responsible. If that is the case, you can use old laws enacted during slavery to try to get out of doing something. And essentially, that is what we see taking place all the time in this country, where some type of injustice has taken place, and you have those who are trying to make themselves not guilty. They will kill you and they will try to make themselves not guilty. They don't want to be held responsible. But in this case, I hope that the lawyers for these families get some justice for them and just completely kicks this nonsense out of court. Okay, family, that is my 2 cents, and I'm going to say shalom.